for the F Shack.
Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this they call it, the podcast?
Morning Good.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, it's me with the boner on the front. Welcome to Morning Good.
Vagina.
All right, we're here with Joey Rinaldi.
Right, can you start the over? Like,
No, the first thing is my mom has a wide vagina. That's what we're starting with. Yeah.
that was a secret.
Yeah, well, now, not anymore. Now the whole internet is going to know about your mom's vagina. That's the fun.
I don't want the
we're
guys
also
on-
here with Sam Wolff, who I called Matt. I literally, I tried to play it off as a joke, but I completely forgot your name the second I hit play.
I saw that immediately.
Yeah, I was like, Matt, and then he's like, "Was you joking?" I'm like, "Totally."
About to click the play button. You're like, ah.
Yeah. Your mom's vagina is wide though.
Well,
By the way, for the audience, we're drunk.
I'm in a family of 5, so I'm the 4th of 5. So by the time I came out, I was walking out, I was doing cartwheels and shit. It was kind of hot.
It was a wider vagina.
Yeah. She had all C-sections, so it's probably still tight down there. If I'm being honest.
C-sections?
Are you serious?
Yeah, all C-sections. Yeah.
That's
That means
not
your
a
mom's
joke.
trying to keep her pussy tight.
No. I'll tell you what the.
If
I'll
you're
tell
like,
you,
oh
I'll-
no.
I'll tell you.
okay, I
I'll
hear
tell
you.
you.
Yeah.
I'll
There's
tell
no
you.
way.
what-
It's just all by chance.
Her like
she's only doing
OBGYN
C-sections.
what is it called? Gynecologist, whatever it's called. They told her when she was pregnant with my oldest brother Frank, they were like, because of modern science, you can be a mother. But if this was like the medieval times, you would have died during pregnancy because you literally are not meant like
That's fucked.
No, that's
Yeah.
why the C-section exists, because some people can't handle birthing.
Because they have such a tight pussy.
Yeah,
What's
dude.
going on? Your pussy's so fucking tight.
Dude, I don't want to
You
brag.
can't even handle.
I don't want to brag, but my mom's pussy's tight as
So
yours.
tight.
Pussy's so tight, you would have died immediately.
Yeah, bro. Like honestly, your mom sucks.
That's the funniest thing to say.
Yeah, my mom.
Yo,
yeah.
bitch, your pussy's so tight, you would have fucking died immediately.
Not from the Black Plague.
Yeah.
From poor medical.
From this dick. Lube's good though. Good. I'm
Lube's
glad.
good.
I'm glad we
Wait,
have lube.
so they told your mom that her vagina was so tight.
No, I don't think it's. I don't think it's about pussy tightness. I think it's about like the body immune system to handling that.
all
type of thing.
C-sections, actually?
All C-sections. 5 out of 5.
I'm surprised
Damn.
she didn't bleed out. That's,
Yeah,
I
that's
know, not medieval times, but like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Modern science, they know what they're doing with it wasn't like 5 in a row. There was some years in between.
I mean, you're the
Yeah.
youngest, yeah?
No, I'm the youngest boy. I have one little sister.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
the fourth
that's
of 5.
I don't
This
think
is
my
a
mom had.
weird way to start.
No. We're talking about your mom's pussy. That's how it started. For people don't know, we're kind of drunk. Joey showed up late, and I was like, I want to do a drunk episode of Morning Good.
No, don't say I showed up late. You texted me this morning being like, we're getting drunk tonight. Tell your friend Sam that you're bringing that we're getting drunk.
Yeah.
He knows.
You also called 10 minutes before we were supposed to get here. We're like, I live in a different apartment.
Yeah. I realized that takes you. Yeah.
I've been here multiple times, you piece of shit.
Yeah,
like,
no
I have
recollection
like
of
literally
you being here.
we've had this long, great friendship, and you have not been mentally present for any of it. Because I'll be like,
No.
Michael, we had that great moment last week, and you were like, I didn't see you last week, and I'm like, what? We had a moment.
Yeah, I think I have brain damage.
Perpetually drunk.
Is it you or
Yeah.
me? Because I could be unforgettable. I could be unforgettable, forgettable. No, forgettable. That's it.
Well, that's a given.
I could be
That's a given.
forgettable. No, but I'm annoying enough where I feel like you'll remember me, not for good reasons, but you'll
You're
remember-
a very unforgettable man, genuinely.
but you forget me constantly.
Well, it's always just like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the way I like think about it in my head because I thought you hadn't been here because I clearly remember the episode. By the way, I want to talk about this. The episode of you and James Pontillo. This is the last Morning Good I drank on, I think. We
did drink, and we smoked weed before too.
Yeah,
And you were like, "Should we smoke weed?" I was like, "Fuck, stop being a pussy. Let's
yeah,
smoke
let's
some
get
weed."
after it. And
How
there's
did
so
that
like,
go?
oh well, for the listeners who don't know, I showed James my balls as like a joke. I was
Love
like, I'm gonna
it.
show my balls, and he was like, "Dude, come on, man," and he got like weird about it.
He come on, man. You that's no fun.
And I was high, and then he left an Uber in my mind. Wait, let me just try my point of view and then describe yours. I was like, fuck, dude. I just ruined my friendship with James, and I'm going to get oh, there's gonna be a Facebook post about me that's like pervert comic, and I was like, it's funny to show your balls to guy friends. It's funny, but I was like, dude, James is gonna he's gonna hate me. He's gonna tell the comedy community that I'm like a pervert. He's gonna think it was like a sexual thing, and
it was just playful.
Yeah, it was just funny. And then I texted you. Wait, you're
I gotta give you my side of the story now.
Yeah.
All right, so James and I, James Montillo, the worst comedian in New York City, James Montillo. Me and James Montillo, we did Michael Good's podcast, the worst podcast in New York City.
Yeah.
So we're on the podcast, and after the podcast is over, after Michael shows him his balls, James and I are leaving, and James goes, "What are you doing right now?" I'm like, "I'm going home." He goes, "You want to watch a movie?" I'm like, "I would love to watch a movie." And so we're like, it's around Christmas time, so we were like, "Should we watch Die Hard?" So we're like, let's do that. So we go back to my place, we smoke a bunch of weed, we watch Die Hard.
And I remember whispering to you, I was like, that sounds so much fun.
I know. I was like, we invited you, and you were like, no, I have a girlfriend.
off
balls during Die Hard.
No, this was Michael. He was like, I have a girlfriend. She won't want me watching Die Hard late at night. I can't do it.
Wait, I
I'm a
didn't say
pussy.
that.
I'm a real bitch.
I did not say that.
No, that's how it sounded, though.
You have a filter.
So anyways, we go to watch Die Hard. I'm still out of my mind watching Die Hard. And you called me, and I paused. Jim's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Wait, Michael's calling me. Give me 1 second." So like, you're calling me.
Still the same translator.
James is sitting next to me, but he doesn't hear what you're saying. And you go, "Dude, I showed James my balls. Like, was that bad?" And I was like, "I'm with him right now. He's fine."
James has like a blanket over me. He's like, and then you show me the balls.
And then I hung up with you. We watched Die Hard. We had a great night, and I think he's fine. I don't think he.
I'm sure he's fine. Well, it's also funny too, because like, dude, the idea of like watching a movie, dozing off, because like my girlfriend, I love her, but she always falls asleep very early, and like the idea of like falling like sleepover mentality, just being with a couple dudes, falling asleep watching.
We
TV.
were not falling asleep.
Always
We were
night.
wide awake.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh,
Well,
really?
I didn't say we were falling asleep. Who said that?
I don't know. I picture like my eyes closing, and then the last thing I hear is like a joke from Joey. And then it's just-
No, I'm pretty sure we watched the whole.
By the way, I will say this: that is the one thing Andrew Tate got totally right. Listen,
Right.
I stand by
Let's
this.
go.
I
Let's
stand-
go. Wait.
Quote me on this.
I have an Andrew Tate tattoo, so let's go down this.
Oh
rabbit
yeah,
hole.
we'll go
His
in.
first one.
Wait, do you actually?
No, I don't have a fucking.
You're a fun guy. I don't know.
I'm a
He's a
hot guy.
guy's
Yeah,
guy.
I'm a
Yeah,
guy. I'm a
yeah.
guy's guy.
But there's a video of like there's this Vice documentary following him. He's like, I live with my brother and 3 other men on this compound. He goes, because men that live together, they compete hard and like whatever. Some dumb.
That was a really good impression.
me and
Thank
my
you.
brother,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
live together. We do not compete at all.
No.
The only thing we compete at is maybe
The
eating
argument was
wings,
dumb,
maybe
but the
eating
idea of
wings, I don't
living,
know.
the idea of living on a compound with your boys sounds awesome.
Like
the idea,
using the word compound.
like,
yeah,
they all have
yeah,
their-
yeah.
That's not living with your boys.
Do they,
Like,
do they own have their own stable on the compound?
so it's like-
I
so
would
it-
love my own stable.
So it's like you live with picture this. You live with your wife, and maybe there's like an area where you guys can all grab dinner together with your friends, but then across the street or like across a courtyard is your boy.
over
and his
yonder.
wife.
You mean over yonder?
Yeah,
Over
over yonder.
yonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
medieval
So, like,
times.
Yeah. So it's like in the middle of the day, you're just fucking around with your boys, and then you go have sex with your wife, and then you raise your kids with your boys, and then it's like
That sounds like Sparta, actually.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
yeah,
the whole
right?
point of Sparta?
man, I
We
barely.
fucked.
Dude, what?
Do you not know about Greek mythology? I thought you were a Greek guy.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm a
in,
Greek guy.
so
yeah.
so in Sparta, they're like, the women stay at home. We fuck them. They breed our children. But in the daytime, the men take the boys out and we fucking beat their asses until they become men. Sparta, Trojans.
Andrew
all
Tate
adds up to me.
style,
All adds up to
yeah.
me. I've said this. Andrew Tate needs to play Lex Luthor. 100%.
Dude.
Dude, I stand by this so much. Dude, him just being like, Superman's not a real man. He's a simp. He's simp. He's simp for Lois. He's a pussy. He's not a real man. I'll fight him.
Doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
He's a bitch.
Put Kryptonite. Look, watch it.
We
Do it.
gotta
Do
get
it.
you-
That impression is spot
Michael,
on.
we gotta get you a bald wig so you can just do Andrew Tate parody videos on
Dude,
TikTok.
I would love
You
yeah,
would
yeah.
look like
that would go viral.
You know
a
what
little
is the
bit
problem,
like
too?
him.
I think a lot of parody, some people, if you hate somebody too much, so I think he's a totally horrible human. Like, he's definitely a piece of shit.
Michael,
I'm glad you
don't-
clarified.
Definitely
Michael,
probably
don't lie to your listeners. We all know. You
just
paid-
losing all the fan base.
Did
My
you-
producer's like, we went down to 0.
No, actually, you went up. Like we have good news and bad news. The bad news is all your followers love Andrew Tate. The good news is you're killing it.
Yeah.
All, your followership went up 50,000. They're all following Andrew Tate.
You're the new Andrew Tate. Congratulations. No, but seriously, for real, You should get a bald wig and you should make these parody videos.
Yeah, well, I think there's a parody. It's like if you hate something too much, then you do a terrible parody.
True.
Because I think that happens a little bit with comedy sometimes, where somebody's too attached to somebody they hate, and they go, "Oh, look at me, I'm a dumb idiot." And you're like, "That's not what Trump sounds like."
Dude,
you're
I'll
like,
never-
That's not his voice.
I'll never forget how pissed I was. Oh my god. So this was like right before, like, when was the SNL thing where why can't I think of his name right now?
Pete Davidson.
No. Shane Gillis. Wasn't that right before the pandemic?
Yeah.
So like right before the pandemic, it was like probably the last open mic I went to before the pandemic happened. This fucking comedian who I despise. I was at the Old Man Hustle, and all the comedians were outside just talking, and it was right after the Shane Gillis thing dropped, where he had like the Asian videos and whatnot, and she was like, "Can you believe this random comedian Shane Gilly almost got on SNL?" And he was doing these Asian parodies. Like, fuck Shane Gilly. Like, that guy, she kept on saying Gilly. I was so mad. And she was like, he fucking.
That's not his name.
No, but she was like, he's so fucking racist. He's a scum. He's a problem with America. And I literally was like, did you watch the fucking video the full amount? And she was and she was, I haven't even seen the video once. So I was like, you watched the video. If you watch the video, he's not doing anything bad at all. He's fucking, it's out of context. And wait, I bring that up because she was like trying to do a parody like on earlier that day on the mic. She tried doing like a parody of Shane Gillis, and I could tell she'd never seen his stand up once in her life, and it was the worst. You
know what'd be really funny? So he got in trouble because, all right, this is morning.
I'm proving your point. Right. Her parody sucked of him because she had no idea what.
Yeah, if you.
She thought his name was Shane Gilly.
Yeah.
That's like endearing almost.
I hated.
It'd be funny too because
adding a Y at the end of any last name, I feel like it's just like.
I
love the idea of her going into it and being super racist, and she's like, "Ooh, I'm Shane Gilly, doing a Chinese accent," just like she's going over the top, like taping her eyes back, and she's like, "Ooh."
She's like more racist.
Yeah.
I think Shane's great. I don't think he deserved any of that hate. So fuck that shit.
Yeah, of course.
I'm glad we got into comedy politics.
Yeah. What did I say before that? Andrew Tate paying. I'm fucking drunk, dude. I'm fucking
You know what?
You got
I didn't
it.
think
We're
I was
here.
What are we? 11 minutes in,
After that vodka shot, I think I'm drunk too.
dude. Yeah.
My mom's been on it. It's white as fuck.
Before I was watching Twilight, dude. You know what's wild? The amount of nostalgia. It's like anything from 2013 that was like 2007. But it's like, dude, I almost jizzed my pants. It's so sad how much.
By Bella? Who?
Of course.
No.
She's not hot.
No, she's not.
You don't
No,
think so?
I meant like the
Well, she
cultural
kind of like my
aspects.
sister. I think that's why I'm not into her.
I meant like seeing somebody like dress like they did 10 years ago. Like there's that nostalgia part of me, and you're like, that was a sick time.
Oh, that
you know what
zip-up
I want?
sweatshirt, that zip-up sweatshirt action? Yeah, that was so...
I just want to be me, but then go back to then. You know what I mean? Like
just slay.
no, not that. Not that. But like, I like being 26 years old.
If I know...
But it's like it's hard because when you're a kid, you're like, oh, I want to be a cool older person.
True.
When you're a cool older person, no matter what, you go, oh, this sucks. I hate this time frame. So like, if I could take my mentality, like just being an
adult in a young person's body.
No, not even a young person's body. No, I don't want to. But what I'm saying is like you have having the appreciation for that time period. Because if I went back to 2007, I would be 8 years old, and you can't really live life.
True.
So I'm saying is I would love to live life in a time period that I.
When Obama was freshly president.
Yeah, we didn't know about bombing wedding. It was all good. It was all fun.
Dude, if I knew what I know now back in first grade,
You'd be getting
I'd be smashing.
Yeah, that's not what I was saying. I knew you were gonna go there. And that's not what I was saying.
Oh my god,
with condoms.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'd be like fucking like, have you guys tried this alcohol stuff, dude? It's pretty chill.
Just
Pretty
getting
chill.
wasted.
It's pretty chill. Yeah.
You
You guys want to smoke chronic?
It'll be legal soon.
It'll be legal soon enough. You'll honestly like be revolutionary among your friends.
It would be sick to tell off your teacher, like as like a first grader, like just go off and be like I remember I was
Fuck
talking.
you. We're gonna have a black president.
Yeah. Just like knowing, because like I always as a kid, one thing I'm very proud of, I always knew which adults were fucking losers.
Oh,
And I'm not saying you're a loser.
Fuck you,
I'm not
Miss McGraw.
I'm not saying you're a loser if you're a teacher.
Glenville Elementary School, second grade teacher, used to go by name Miss Ketchum, Then you got divorced, went back to Miss Graw.
How about
You're a
Miss
fucking
Catch
bitch.
These fucking hands? This is. I see you in the streets. I'll fight.
I should not be drunk on a podcast.
some
Specific names.
Because I had a speech impediment.
Mary Lou Wesley, I fingered you in the 8th grade. What's up? How's it going? Just saying things like that.
Lauren Bergstein, you know who you are.
You remember what happened behind the bleachers?
No, but for real though, I had a speech impediment, and there's a second grade teacher. He would like anytime I would talk, she would like mimic my voice. She'd be like,
Really?
What did you say? Like that, like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And she'd like, if you want to talk like that, you won't be able to like have jobs. And now look, I'm a public speaking asshole, so fuck you.
Yeah.
I still don't speak well, but
That's
I'm a
rough.
public speaker who,
Yeah.
fuck her.
Yeah, fuck her.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
If you pay me
But,
five,
but the thing I was saying is I
I
do
No,
always
she's
have that
ugly.
pride, and like I always knew like which adults I was like, oh, that guy is just like a fucking like my proudest moment. This is so lame. We were at a fucking like laser tag thing when we were like in 8th grade, or I think it was like 6th grade. And this guy comes up, he's like, "Oh, what are you guys gonna sleep over? What are you guys gonna fucking kiss?" I'm like, "Yeah, I bet you like that." I was like, "We're not." I said something.
Yeah,
I like that. I'm so
yeah.
proud of this thing. I don't even remember what I said.
Yeah.
And there was like a hot like 20-year-old laser tag woman. She's like, "That was a good roast." And I was like, "Yeah, that's
You're
fucking up." Yeah.
fucking know it was.
Yeah.
dude, there's nothing more frightening than getting roasted by somebody like younger than you who's like 15 or younger. Like that's frightening.
Dude, I had a kid. I would say his name, but let's not do that.
We'll name teachers' names.
Yeah.
Not people that
I
picked
think-
on you.
I talk about my mom's vagina for 20 minutes, but you can't talk about some kid who bullied you.
Dude, this guy, he was like a year younger than me on the football team, and I was fucking terrible at
He was
football.
younger.
Wait. After this, we have to talk about Florida.
Yeah, we will get into
Oh,
it. Remember
okay.
this kid on the football team was fucking like, dude, this kid's roasts were so good. He literally would like, the way he talked was like insane. He'd be like, Jesus Christ, get your breath out of here. I could smell your dad's penis on. Like just saying
That's a
like
good
shit.
one.
But it was like so specific. It was like genuinely like the best roasting. And he was just everything he said. He's like, dude, you fucking suck at football. He's like, really, you're good at football? Then why are you on the sidelines? I mean, I'm a fucking 6th grader. You're in 7th grade. What the fuck is
My
wrong?
balls haven't even dropped yet.
Yeah, dude.
What? Who hurt him to make him so good at roasting?
Dude, he was insane. I partied with him a couple weeks ago. You know who you
Are
are.
you kidding? Wait,
He's a good egg.
Yeah, good egg.
What's
great
his
guy.
name? Then tell me his name.
I'm not gonna say his name,
But he's a good guy.
Well, I just said he's.
It's not important at this point.
He sounds like a great person, honestly.
He is a
Is
black.
he still a good roaster? That's the
No,
question.
I thought he said he's a blast. I thought he was saying he's a black.
He's a black.
Not gonna name his name.
He's a black. Okay, you do it. The math. He's black and he roasted me.
and he
was a
loves
white.
Obama.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Yeah.
I didn't get that.
You
as a
didn't get what?
kid. I didn't get that as a middle schooler.
What do you
You
mean?
No
got bullied?
roasting, no nothing like that.
Oh my
What?
god! Did you ever take the bus?
Yeah, but like,
Wait, you
I'm
never got
very-
bullied on the bus?
Not really,
Dude,
man.
you'd have
Like,
to fight. My thing is that's the thing too. Is like kids talk about bullied. It's like I barely got bullied because I had an older brother. He'd be like, "Yeah, don't do that. That's fucking lame. Don't do that. That's lame." But then, so I learned a lot of shit. But
Yeah, older
you-
brothers are good. You had
So
older
I had
brothers.
3 older brothers,
Yeah.
and I feel like everyone knew who they were coming. Into
Yeah. Oh, by the
school,
way, this
so-
kid, I remember I also said, I'm like, dude, my brother's
Yeah.
and then he didn't show up to football for like the next.
No shit,
Yeah,
really.
yeah. That happened a couple times where I was like, dude, my brother's gonna kick your ass. And my brother, I love my brother. Okay, so now he's like,
He's a pussy.
now he's not. But for all of middle school and high school, he was a giant pussy. So like, my brother's gonna kick your ass, and he was like the smallest guy. But
He's
now,
like in theater class.
Yeah.
Wait, now he's a skinhead?
no. What? No.
He's a neo-Nazi?
no. You're
He's in the Klan?
These are all pussy things. So,
yeah. No. Now he like does MMA. Like now he comes back home and like picks on
He
me.
does MMA.
Yeah.
Damn.
But like he's actually like he like won his fights. Like he's actually like doing he's become an adult. But when he was like
He fights people now. He's an adult.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like my brother. My brother was a fucking nerd. Like he was like in AP classes. He went to Brown.
Hey, my brother wasn't a fucking nerd, okay?
I'm talking
Don't
about
talk shit about
I'm
his brother.
talking
He
about
was
my
a
brother.
pussy, but he was not a
Leave
nerd.
your gay brother out. I'm talking
He
about
was
my brother
popular.
now. Fuck you.
He was popular, but
He's-
he was a pussy.
My brother is more popular than your
Not
brother.
a pussy, but like not like a fighting guy.
My brother
He
would
was-
kiss your brother better than your brother would kiss my brother.
I disagree.
All
I
right.
disagree.
All
My
right,
brother.
Your
was-
brother's an MMA fighter. So
Let's have a
the
kiss-off.
stare downs are near pre-porn. You know. Like,
Yeah.
Alright,
intimate as
Well,
fuck.
the point I was making about my brother is like he was like in AP classes, like he went to an Ivy League college. They went to like MIT for like business school. Fucking loser nerd. And now you know what he does for fun? He does like MMA classes. He does like UFC fighting. Like now, like he's bald.
UFC fighting.
He's bald and he's jacked and he's scary. And I'm like, where's like all this like pent up energy coming from? And he's
Well, that's
just-
always
what
that's always how it
happens,
goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do Muay Thai now, and I was that kid too.
You were a
pretty
pussy
much.
growing up?
I wasn't. I mean, like again, I wasn't
A bitch.
I wasn't a
fucking-
bitch. I wasn't like
You hesitated. You were.
Well, like that's what happens. Everyone realizes what they were in the past, and they're like, "I gotta get tough. I gotta."
Then what's
Besides,
my
yeah,
problem?
I-
I was
I-
a pussy
I
as a
have
kid.
one
I'm still a pussy as an adult.
I do know a couple people. I do know a couple people that have consistently just been like monsters, dude. There's these two brothers from my high school, and their moms are lesbian, and they're the toughest motherfuckers on the planet.
Which one would you rather have sex with?
Are their mothers
I've
being
never met their
lesbian a part
moms.
of that?
And I will say this: wonderful women, because I do not want to get my shit fucked up. 'Cause
I
these
am
dudes-
sure.
dude. One of them is like Navy SEAL, one of them is like a UFC fighter.
Jeez.
And
Actually, a
Jesus.
UFC fighter, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
I see these videos. Dude, this guy knocks people out and then he jumps on the ring and goes like he jumps on like the fucking the monstrous dudes. I'm friends with them. Great fucking guys. Love them. But I'm like,
Beautiful man.
but I'm like, those guys consistently have been the toughest motherfuckers. Like,
Well,
it's,
it's either you
we
become.
gotta talk about Florida, by the way. I'm
we're
sorry.
gonna talk
He
about
really
Florida.
wants to talk about
Yeah.
Florida.
Wait, the one thing I was trying to say with the bullying thing though is like it's like I always had like, it was never like aggressive, but like you always just had to like follow up. It was like everybody's like, oh, I was picked on for this, and like high school. It's like, well, also you should learn the skills to roast somebody back. It's like you
Never
have,
had that. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
I
like,
had a good friend that was always roast me, and he kind of put me in my place. And he was like,
Are you
5
talking about
inches.
us?
No. No.
By the way, I love this man. This Sam Wolf's a good egg. He's
Yeah,
easy
Matt's
to,
the best,
He's
too.
easy to
this fucking guy's name.
Sam Wolf, he's easy to make fun of. He won't fight back. He's a real pushover. He kicked my ass because what do you do again?
Muay Thai.
Yeah, he'll kick my ass, but he hasn't because he's a bitch. But you know,
Yeah, that's funny. Like, there's a group of people that were cool in high school, and then they started,
you're
just-
not a bitch.
and they kept.
He's like, don't knee me in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. I broke my dick once. I don't want to break it again.
And then they started drinking, doing drugs, smoking cigarettes, and then there's another group that stayed in shape. And then it's like if you had a battle, it's like the toughest guy in high school might just get his ass kicked because he was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I've fucking spent the last 5 years like just getting fucked up and eating garbage food.
Yeah,
pussy.
actually, there was this dude at
Hopefully.
at my high school that was like football bully sort
Who?
of dude. I'm not gonna name a fucking name.
Dude,
Just-
what's his name?
John. I'll name his name. John.
John.
Benedict.
No.
No, that
Wow.
guy-
Wow. No. He's actually a nice dude.
I like John. He's a
This
good
dude
egg.
was fucking
It's the first-
dipshit, dumbass in fucking high
John,
school.
John,
I find
John.
out 2 years into college. I think he went to school like fucking in the South. I forget where. Like that makes a difference. And he like thought he could keep on bullying. And then next thing you know, he fucking picks on the wrong kid, gets his teeth fucking knocked in. Now he has
Ooh.
all fake teeth.
Dang.
So his teeth look better now, probably.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I think
Yeah,
so,
veneers
yeah.
look kind of sick.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Honestly,
You know what's great? My biggest fear is like you just worry about like getting your face fucked up. But as long as a chimpanzee doesn't rip it off or you get it burned in a fire, like you're probably fine. Like they
That's
can
true.
really fix a lot
Dude,
of faces.
I'm from Connecticut. Like I didn't know, but I knew somebody who knew the girl who got her face ripped off by the chimpanzee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember?
Yeah,
that was in her hometown.
My dad knew the family. My dad's a
Re-
veterinarian, so like obviously
We shouldn't be joking about this.
No,
but-
we shouldn't. But that shit's fucked up.
You know
yeah.
the famous girl in Connecticut that got her
Dude,
face
you're
ripped?
talking to the primatology. fan. My dad had pet monkey.
Michael jerks off.
good old
Michael
expert over here,
jerks
right?
off to that video. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, give it to me.
Yeah, she deserves it.
Yeah.
Like if I were to get fake veneers, I feel like I'd just get them all gold at that point, right? That'd be like cheaper.
Oh, that's pretty baller. Yeah.
like I feel like my mom
Is that
was,
cheaper than white teeth?
Well, I mean they're veneers, so might as well get them gold.
No, but
It
like,
doesn't
what,
have to actually be gold.
what do you mean gold?
Dude, if I do
like,
veneers,
you'll get them
like,
gold and
gold,
paint them
just call
white.
it gold.
Then
You
paint
gotta
them
go
white. What are
full
you?
weight.
What are you talking about? I feel like gold would be as expensive as white teeth or more.
That's probably right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I know.
Like fake gold or like real gold?
obviously not fucking real gold.
White gold?
Yeah. Ooh.
White gold,
That'd be
that's
fucking
classy.
baller, yeah.
That is classy
Well,
as fuck.
And I also think it's like this. I feel like this is a Family Guy episode, but if you do veneers, I feel like the lifestyle has to come along with it. You got to get tan as shit.
It's very true.
and then you gotta like
Sam, you can tan well. I've seen you tan.
Dude, she
well.
got that
start
good
wearing
Ashkenazi
salmon
jeans.
colored clothes, or you got a bright shirt, but you got to change the style to like a button down. Just
I
vineyard
want
vines.
you have to go
Deep
full
chain,
pitbull.
too.
You have to
Yeah.
buzz your head, go full pitbull.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? My mom. Back to my mom. She's like a
Tight
lightest
pussy, dude.
vagina. My this will lead us into Florida. My mom is like the most stereotypical Connecticut mom, but her favorite artist of all time is Pitbull. It's the weirdest thing.
Really?
That makes sense. That checks out.
She
though.
loves Pitbull. But
Wait, what do you
Florida,
mean she loves Pitbull?
like the singer.
No, I know, but like to what
She's seen
extent?
him
By the
live
way,
a
to be
few
fair,
times.
Are you serious?
to be fair,
That's good.
I love Pitbull. I think he should be governor of Florida.
We should see him live together. I would love to go to a live Pitbull concert with you.
Yes. Dude, this is why I love. I want to get a phone.
I don't want to do comedy.
I almost got a phone case. There's a phone case. Real quick.
We should quit comedy and just become friends. That's what we should do.
I like that idea.
I like
too.
that idea.
Become Pitbull.
It crosses my
followers.
mind every other day. I'm like,
You think about me that often?
yes.
Oh, get
That's
out.
how
of
much
here.
Twitter.
That was the most reluctant yes.
Michael, I text you and you respond like, who dis?
But I almost got this phone case. It's Pitbull, and it says "Good girls go to heaven, bad girls go to Pitbull." I'm like, this is just a hilarious thing to have.
No.
It's just so ridiculous.
You
It's
have
like,
it?
You're that bad girl.
You
Yeah,
have
no, I thought about it because it's like I like committing to bits. Everybody's so obsessed with stand up, and like I love stand up, and I work as hard as I can at it. But also,
Do you though?
I do. I work very hard at stand. I
Respect,
fucking
man,
yeah.
respect.
By the way, very little progress every year. I'm not even kidding. I have this baby.
Little progress.
I have this
Really
baby
hard.
funeral joke I've been working on for like a year, and I've gotten like nowhere with it. But either way, the phone case was like I like doing bits outside of comedy. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's so like beyond. I'm like sometimes you do shit because it's just funny for the sake of being funny. Everybody's like, how can we monetize this? Should we videotape this and put it on? And it's like you can just be funny.
You
So-
can just live life.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
He done a midget. See what happens.
Dude, I'm getting fucking cornrows next week.
Good.
Not even
Really?
kidding. Yes.
No, you're
You got the
not.
hair for
I'm,
it
I'm
now.
doing full cornrows. I got little 8-ball beads. That I'm gonna put on
Angie's
there.
not gonna let
Wait,
this
are
happen.
you actually?
I'm 100%.
Is she gonna break up with you?
No, I'm doing it for like 3 days. Well,
You might need to crash at your place after.
yeah. I'm doing a chin strap beard. And I got these contacts that are cat eyes. And I'm wearing them.
Can we go out in public together?
Dude,
It's the summer. It's not fucking Halloween. You're not
Dude,
gonna-
I'm going back home to Florida, and I'm just gonna look nuts. But I have a slight disguise. I'm gonna wear sunglasses and a beach hat to sort of like disguise the look, and then just randomly take it off. Look insane. Just go to a bank.
Send nudes or don't send me pictures at all.
Yeah.
If you don't do this, I'm gonna be very.
I'm gonna be
upset.
so
Dude,
mad.
I'm 100%. By the way, by this time this podcast comes out, this will already happen. So I'm literally. I'm
Wait,
gonna
who? Wait, but it takes a long time to get cornrows. Like, who's gonna do this?
No, it doesn't. Apparently,
does
on
not.
white hair, it's very easy.
Oh,
Apparently, it takes
really?
a while because
Yeah.
black hair is so curly. Apparently, on white hair, it takes like it's very.
2
easy.
seconds,
Like an hour?
It's almost like we're meant to have them. No, I'm just
it's
kidding.
almost like we're meant to appropriate.
Yeah, yeah, it's so funny because I was looking through like the places in Orlando that do them, and there's a place that had a white guy with dreadlocks on the cover and black people. So I was like, this is probably a good spot. Because I was like, all right, it's like a black-owned business, but also they're like, hey,
You're welcome here.
yeah. The advertising, they're like, it's so funny that like I've never understood.
You're like a real
'cause as a
Bronson
white guy,
Arroyo.
you're
You're a
always-
Bronson Arroyo.
What's up?
Bronson Arroyo.
What?
What are those words?
He's a white Red Sox pitcher back in 2004. I love 2004. I just shot a short film called
Did he have some fucking
2004.
rows?
already.
Wow, he just wanted to do a quick plug.
But Bronson Arroyo, love 2004. He's a pitcher in 2004 Red Sox. I made a movie called 2004. Doesn't matter. Bronson Arroyo, white guy, dreadlocks. Not dreadlocks, cornrows.
Yeah.
2004. It was badass.
Dude, it is because this is my thing with it. It's like so many white guys. Everybody tries to do this silly thing. They're like, I'm gonna get a mustache. I'm gonna do a mullet. And it's like that's so many people have done that. It's not funny. So whatever the funniest
Is this
thing.
supposed to be funny?
But your hair looks beautiful right
yeah,
now.
when white guys go.
Are you getting cornrows to be funny?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
no.
okay.
You're not
No
getting-
part of me is like, this is
you're
good.
not getting
I
corn-
was like,
You're not getting cornrows to look hot?
Yeah. No. It's just
Are you gonna do stand up with cornrows?
dude. This is the argument. It's like I would love to, but the problem is like I think I'll get fired from my day job if they see me with cornrows.
I don't think you'll ever be.
But
booked
also
up-
they're understaffed right now, and I think they want to fire me, but they can't.
I
I
want to
don't-
ask what your day job is.
What
but
if-
don't
I can't get
know- I don't know if you wanna
Michael,
get into
Michael,
it.
I love you. You won't be booked on Bad Trip if you don't have
Yeah,
cornrows. And I know,
Honestly.
and your career will make or
Honestly.
break if you get booked on Bad Trip. Probably.
Dude, everybody's saying. I was talking to Jake Velasquez and Dan Carney. They're like, because I've never released any of my stand up. They're like, you should only release clips of you with cornrows and the cat eyes.
Dude,
and
you
like
really
no
should.
explanation. No.
You really
Well, by the way, Batch,
What I am gonna do, what I have decided I'm gonna do is take a very serious video where I look into the camera and tell everybody to go out and vote, even though there's like no election. 'Cause it's like the middle of
you
May.
just go meow.
Yeah. Just be like, you guys, go to your fucking local church. Tell them you're there to vote. If they fucking win this election, we're fucked.
Support
It's like
local communities.
they're gonna take away everything you know. It's your duty to vote. She's like,
if you want to keep your guns in Florida, vote.
no, I don't say any specific issues. Just be vague as shit. Be like they're gonna take.
I used to be
Look,
anti-guns.
normally it's not that important, but this time it's insane.
I used to be
no clean
anti-guns.
litter boxes. Like,
Yeah.
I was anti-guns, but then I went to Florida. Pretty chill.
Yeah, dude, it's fun.
What do you mean? What, you were anti-guns until everyone had guns?
Florida's pretty chill.
Florida,
I want to move to Florida. That's what
Florida's not a
I want. I want to
of
make a
guns.
GoFundMe. GoFundMe. If the GoFundMe goes like 10 grand, I'll move to Florida.
By the way, I like
Is
that.
that more? Or less?
It's the opposite. You need less money to live there.
Yeah.
All right, fine. The
People over exaggerate. I love people who are like, oh my god, living in Florida is like, it's more expensive than New York. It's like you're living in a
Who
house.
has
all right,
ever
fine,
said that?
fine.
So many people say
$500.
that, and it's like you're living.
GoFundMe. If you give me $500, I'll move to Florida.
I'll give
Wait,
you
wait, wait.
500.
Who has ever said living in anywhere in Florida is more expensive
Bitches
than
in
living
St.
in
Pete.
New York
Bitches
City?
in St. Pete.
Yeah, they say this shit all the time. It's like okay, maybe you're like fucking insane. It's like it's because they're going from like they're like, oh my god, my apartment in Florida that's like sick. They're like is as expensive as New York City. It's like yeah, you're comparing like your nice apartment to the shittiest apartment.
That's apples and oranges. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
I want to move to Florida.
yeah,
You
it's sick.
don't.
It is the best place on earth.
It
I
is
love
the
that
best
place.
place on earth.
You're from Florida,
Yes.
right?
But
Yeah.
you know what's weird about Florida? All right, so in New York
It's
City,
the best place on earth.
it's the best
Dude,
place on
it is
earth.
amazing. Thank you, Joe.
on earth.
Dude,
I
it
am
is.
brainwashed, dude. I drank the Kool-Aid last weekend. So I did my solo show in Florida last weekend. Shout out to everyone who came out. I
Where was
love.
it? Where'd you go?
It was in Tampa.
Okay, hell yeah.
I did my solo show at this weird fucking theater called the Cage Theater. It's in
That's frightening.
Do you know Ybor?
Yeah.
Dude, fucking if you live in Ybor, around Ybor, you are the real New York City. You know how people in New York are like, it's the city that never sleeps, we're open 24/7? Fuck that. New York closes.
Thank you.
New
Thank
York
you.
closes.
Thank you.
After
Thank you.
four?
No. There's a place in New York. Chinatown closes at 10 p.m. now.
That's fucked
No,
up.
New York closes.
Dude, I'm on McDougal Street every night. Half the shit's fucking.
Dude,
Okay,
dude.
Friday nights open till 4, but like,
no.
See, I live in
Shit
Brooklyn,
closes.
so-
Ybor.
is Brooklyn open late?
No, it's not that.
Yeah, it
Shut the
is.
fuck up. Ybor in Tampa, Florida stays open.
I've never gone out in Ybor.
You never go to. Dude, Michael, I
Is
will.
Ybor outside
I've done
Tampa?
shows there.
No, it's in Tampa. It's like in a weird part of. It's the historical district of Tampa, dude.
Oh,
I
okay.
know everything about Ybor now. It literally there's this place called 7th Ave. If you walk down right 7th Ave, right,
I think I walked down there.
dude, go down 7th Ave. That place stays open 24/7. Literally, this is a great story. I just did like 3 comedy shows around Tampa. I was having a great night. It's like 1 a.m. I'm walking back to my motel, and I'm like, wait, shit is still lit at 1 a.m. in this place. And then I see a bunch of like kids, like 17, 18-year-old kids, they're smoking weed. I just walk up to them. I literally like, I never felt more old in my life because I had like longer hair and a big beard at this point. I walk up to these like 17, 18-year-old guys. I go, yo, I have $40. Give me all the weed you have. And they were like,
That's hilarious.
and they're like, we don't have weed. I'm like, you're smoking a blunt in front of me. Can I please have weed? I really want some weed right now. They were like, are you a cop? I'm like, no, I'm from New York. I don't know where I am. I just want weed.
Yeah, because you scream cop at
No, because I was like, to them, I look 45. You know, they don't know how old I am.
I mean, you look for
Eh,
it.
Yeah, you look
I
old.
look
You look
45.
old.
And these kids literally go, we'll give you weed. And I give them $40. They gave me fucking like a bag of weed that was like over an eighth. And they were like, wait, do you like the party? I'm like, I do like the party. They were like, we're club promoters. We have like clubs all around Ybor. The whole time I was in Tampa, I got to know all these clubs were free just because they were
that is
afraid.
sick.
They were afraid that I was a cop. So like as a way to like prove their loyalty to me, they just gave me like free passes to all these clubs.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't even want to go. I didn't want to go clubbing. I just like,
Dude, I've heard Ybor gets weird in like a fun way. Like, what were the clubs like? Did you bring?
dude, well, there's a place called Castle. Castle is a 4-story. It's a 4-story club dedicated to emo music.
Emo.
So
Dude, there's a big emo scene in Florida.
Dude.
It's very weird. I don't know what it is.
I
but,
love
like,
it.
Yeah.
So like you
SpongeBob.
literally have like
Yeah.
these girls half naked. They're half naked, and they're twerking their asses off to like Panic at the Disco. Like they're literally twerking their.
Chimed in.
Yeah, have you people ever heard of? And they're just twerking their asses off. I fucking love Ybor, man.
Dude, I've also recently been. We're gonna stay on topic. I've recently been like an emo phase. I'm
Oh,
like these guys are putting it out.
Are you a
there.
Weezer guy?
Not
That's
really.
emo.
Weezer invented emo. Fuck you.
What are you talking
What are
about?
you talking
Pinkerton.
about?
Have you guys ever listened to the album Pinkerton?
Sure, but like
It invented emo.
Okay, that's also that weird thing where they're like, this guy was slightly this direction, so it just totally. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, you can inspire a genre. You
No,
you
no.
can't.
Rivers Cuomo is like the king of emo. So like,
you know my favorite
it-
Rivers
it-
Cuomo video, real quick.
yeah,
There's a video of him singing, you know that song, "I Got the Magic in Me."
yeah, with BYOB.
His cord falls out of his microphone and the song's still playing. So he was lip syncing like the simplest song, which is fine. It's fine, but it's just very funny that like I was like looking at him. I was like, this is probably the saddest moment in his life because like his fans, like people like Weezer, they're like not genuinely like poppy people.
I
They're-
no, what Weezer also is the king of pop at the same time.
yeah, but I'm
You
saying
can't
it's not-
have
it-
both.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. I feel like the guys that like really like Weezer, they're like, I don't know.
It's pop rock. I have a Weezer poster in my bedroom.
How can you have pop rock and
I'm the
be
most-
the start of emo?
Emo,
music?
yeah.
All right, can I
You're
explain? I would
contradicting
yourself.
love to explain this to
Yeah,
you.
you would.
All right, so Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, he like sort of invented like that emo feel, and then
so Weezer didn't do shit. What do you?
let me explain. And then The Cure invented like that, like fucking like that emo look, like you know like Robert Smith of The Cure. He kind of invented like that emo look. And then Weezer, Rivers Cuomo, he kind of stole what Brian Wilson was doing like vocally, kind of stole what Robert Smith was doing like visually, combined the two, and then made Pinkerton, which is a whole album literally about heartbreak and despair. And that became like the identity of what emo is. And then like everything after that, like Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, like Blink-182, like all like that, My Chemical Romance, all that shit after that was like whining and shit. It all kind of stem off of what Pinkerton started. And
Well,
like,
also the Blink-182 is a weird thing because Blink-182 and Weezer probably came out at the same time.
no, but Pinkerton came out in 1995, I believe. The
Oh,
year I was
really?
born. Yeah.
Okay.
And so like that like kind of like put in motion this like because what emo is, think about what emo is. Emo is short for emotional. So emo is basically
Brilliant.
music
Yeah.
where you're whining about your feelings. It's not like all like that black makeup bullshit. Like that's part of it, but it's more about the emotions and like being sad about it. And so
But I think the emo movement did pop out to like 2004.
yeah, actually started in the 90s.
Are you coming out as emo? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I love emo music. What are you talking? I just
What?
raved about loving this place called Castle in Tampa. That's like a 3-story emo club where girls are twerking to My Chemical Romance. What are we talking about?
I mean, yeah, but I didn't peg you as this.
Dude, how much have I talked about Weezer to you in our friendship?
But like, I
Sure.
don't think of Weezer and I don't think of emo. Like, I don't. Put
I
those
don't
two
think
together,
that.
yeah.
I
I think of.
that. That's a
For
good
some,
argument.
for some reason, when I think of Weezer, I think of the song "Perfect Situation." It's not their best song.
Not
but,
their
like,
best
I
song.
like that song a lot.
Dude, listen to Pink Triangle, listen to El Scorchero, listen to Tired of Sex. These are songs that
I'm
are
fucking
emo as
drunk
fuck.
right now, dude. I don't know how this happened so fast. I get fast. I've been home for like 5 hours. Okay, so
I also you're talking like an emo boy. Like I fucking love this shit.
yeah, I like it. There was something I was listening to recently. It was like,
I think you guys are thinking of goth. Like goth. I talk about
No.
we're talking about emo.
well, goth is like a vague thing because it's like you could say Kiss even was like a little goth esque.
True.
It's like painting your face like black, not black.
They didn't do
What, the-
blackface, but
Kiss does
Trudeau?
blackface, and then they're like,
Trudeau?
okay, fine, I'll do.
Trudeau was so goth. He was
Yeah.
ahead of his time.
Dude, yeah, goth is blackface is the real goth.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if Kiss was just in blackface, and they're like, you got to put a little white. I'm like, fine, I'll do like a little.
Here's a white star.
yeah, right.
But you went to the emo club.
But
And you're saying-
dude, that's not what I want to talk to you about. I had some crazy shit happen to me in Florida. That, like I feel like I just have to like decompress with somebody who's from Florida.
Yeah,
First off, the funniest
I like
thing
how related. I was like, yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'm here for you.
The
Sure.
first thing that happened to me was a person with Down syndrome came to one of my shows, And
That
after,
adds up.
And after the show, he fucking like is hugging me, raving me like that was the best comedy show
How
ever.
hard was that hug, dude?
It was hard. It was hard as fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Probably
kidding.
sustained an injury.
I'm not kidding. I thought this guy was like 13, maybe 15 years old. And I'm like, oh, what a cute kid. He's hugging me, good guy. And he goes, I want to buy you a beer. I'm like, can you get in the club? Like, what are you talking about? He goes, I'm
Sure,
fucking
dude, they
45.
drink, bro.
No. He looked like he was 13 years old. He's 45 years old. I'm like, what? He's like, hey, I'm 45. I'm married. He shows me his ring. He's married.
Hey, don't let the Skechers fool
he's
you. He's a
married.
grown ass
He-
man.
Yeah,
He's
right.
married. He's like, my wife and I, we love your comedy.
Wait,
I'm like,
did she have Down syndrome also?
yeah, she also had Down syndrome
Thank God.
also.
That's beautiful.
It's weird. It can't go.
Love
other
on the
way.
spectrum.
And,
work,
and
yeah.
so he's like, my wife and I, we love your comedy. We're gonna buy you drinks. So him and his wife, Down syndrome, buy me drinks in Tampa.
Why are you
Whenever-
just living my fantasies,
wait,
bro?
wait,
like, this
wait,
sounds
wait.
like the greatest night of my
Wait.
life, and you lived it.
I'm living-
I'm kind
I
of
haven't-
very jealous.
I
right now.
haven't even started yet. So
Okay.
he's fucking buying me drinks, and then he fucking goes, "Yo, you have that one bit about how you thought you were retarded as a kid." I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that I said the word retarded on stage. If that's not cool." He goes, "Bro, do I look fucking retarded to you?" And I was like, and then he starts laughing in my face. He starts laughing in my face. He goes, I'm actually, it's funny because you might think I'm retarded. I have Down syndrome. Down syndrome is not retarded. People who have autism, that's retarded. And I was like, what?
That's
And he was like, you would say retard all you want in front of me because I'm Down syndrome. Can you name of a bad term for Down syndrome people? I was like, retarded. And he goes, no one has thought of a term for Down syndrome people yet. We're in the fucking clear. You say whatever you want. And he was like, you say the N-word in front of me, I won't be offended. I'm like, you are my
Wait, what?
fucking hero. Like, this guy was a legend.
Dude, that's also so funny that he's like listening to the word retarded, be like, yeah, those people with Down syndrome are so stupid. Like, just not.
No,
It's like
no, autism.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, man, we're a bunch of idiots. Like, people more apply.
This guy was my spirit animal, Sam. I fucking love this
can
man.
tell
Sounds
that.
like the
I
fucking
can tell
greatest guy
that.
ever.
He was like-
related a lot.
He was like 4'11". He gave the warmest hugs. He loved his wife so much. And then after we had 3 beers together. After 3 beers, he goes, I'm not gonna lie, my wife hates when I drink. This is the most drunk I've been all year. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, us Down syndrome people, 3 beers, that's all we need. I'm like, fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
because they're already
They get
starting
you.
this fucked up.
They're already intoxicated. Oh my
But this guy was a fucking saint, dude. He was so sweet. He was fun.
Dude, yeah, people don't realize they like one of my friends. He works. Okay, I'm not gonna get to it, but he knows a guy with Down syndrome, and he's like, anyways, I have a friend who works at high school, and he there's a guy with Down syndrome there, and he goes, "What did you do this weekend?" He goes, "Drank beer every weekend," because he's like 28 years old, still like going to the high school, but it's like, yeah, they party.
I would hope so. They
Wait,
gotta
the
live
Down
life.
syndrome guy was partying with high school kids?
No, he was in high school because
I'm still doing it, yeah. That was a mind
I like that
blow
took
for
you
him,
forever.
yeah.
You're like, why would he be in high school? And
I find it so funny how that part of the story is like the spectrum community can still find hate.
yeah.
Just like-
They're like,
just like-
we're not a bunch of fucking idiots.
Just
Like over there,
the black
yeah.
community could hate on light skinned people,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
vice
yeah.
versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's mind boggling.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah,
the
'cause
more we know.
Yeah. Well, because it's also like that's also so funny because in my mind, when I hear retarded, I think of Down syndrome more than autism because autism is such a weird spectrum where it's like most people and they're kind of total reverses of each other because I think the social skills with people with Down syndrome are kind of very high because they're very social. I think in a
Okay.
way.
I'm not well educated.
I'm stereotyping so much.
Yeah.
I'm
You
like,
confused it
I'm
before
like-
even when his story couldn't get
yeah.
clear.
But it's like I think that so their pros are there are others because there are savant autistic people. So they're
Oh, I got you.
so
yeah.
math is not a strong suit for people with Down syndrome, but for autism they might be really good at this. But then social interactions, people with Down syndrome might be better at than
Interesting.
Well,
But also it's autism is apparently most people that have a mental disability also have autism. So it doesn't mean
mental disability as in
retarded. Yeah.
no.
But it sums it up, dude. There's no other. It's like that. You know what it means. It's like
Right.
that is what it means. But
So
it's
you was weird. This really hot girl came to my show.
So weird.
And
that is a weird.
That's
now I think you're
bizarre.
lying.
This
The
hot
first
girl,
part made a lot of
girl
sense.
in Florida came to my solo show, and the next day, so like she was there the first night as an audience member, but she was there night 2 as an usher. Okay.
Oh shit.
But she came to the first show like she bought tickets, like she was there as a fan or whatever. And the second night she was like an usher at the theater. And I just like, I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. You're working the show tonight. And she goes, and I feel like there's like weird tension. I'm like, what the fuck is like, why is like there's all this weird like she's being
Why
like
am I getting
she's
hard?
no she's like, why is like hot usher lady being such a dick? Like I didn't know she went to the show the night before. So like so I didn't know she went to the show the night before. All I know is that it's night 2. This usher girl is being really weird to me. She's like being standoffish, kind of being a bitch to me. Like, what the fuck's going on? After the show ends, she follows me on Instagram, and I look at her Instagram story, and she had a post from the night before being like, "It's so awkward when you're sitting in the front row, and the comedian looks at you in the eye, and you were like, stop looking at me in the eye. You make me so uncomfortable." And I was like, "Wait, was this my show? What? This looks like the theater I was in." And then I went up to her and I was like, "Hey, is this your Instagram?" And she goes, "That's why I was being so awkward with you earlier." I was like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "I have autism, and you."
Yeah, I was about to say,
No,
but your fan
no,
is
no,
one of the
listen,
others. It
listen,
sounds like.
Listen, this is what she said. This is what she said. She goes, "I have autism, and you kept looking at me in the eyes, and autistic people don't like to make eye
Dude, they
contact."
hate it.
No,
yeah.
she was autistic people don't like to make eye contact, so you were making me uncomfortable your whole show.
How dare you?
And I was like, no offense to you. I know that you feel like the most special person alive right now. I make eye contact with every audience member in the audience. Like that's part of being a comedian. Like half the job is making eye contact.
sure, yeah.
And I was like, you are not special. I was like,
Unless you're doing like, I don't know. I have some jokes where it's like, you have like a horrific pedophile joke sometimes. And it's like, if you're a good,
No, I-
Sometimes.
I don't. I
you're a
don't
good
actually. I'm
comedian,
sorry.
You look
I
at them in
don't
the
have it.
eyes, but sometimes I'll be like, I'm just gonna stare at the wall while I say this thing, because like so. But then I'll address and pick. All right, I'm a fucking pussy. I gotta look you in the face. But
But this girl, like, so after the show, so night 2's over, and she goes, "Yeah, I was at night 1. I was the girl that was sitting in front row that you were making all that eye contact with." And I was like, "I don't remember you in the front row. First off, so you weren't that memorable. 2, I wasn't
I
making
think
eye
it's just
contact.
memorable. But
I wasn't making eye contact with you. I was making eye contact with everybody because that's part of my fucking job."
yeah,
And then she got like weirdly defensive. Was like, wait. I love your show though. I'm a big fan of your comedy. I'm like, what is it? Do you not like me? And you make stories about how uncomfortable I make you? Or are we cool? She was like, we're cool.
I can't believe you boldly were like, "Hey, is this your Instagram?"
She was
Like,
right there. It was the show ending. She was right there. What
I
was this-
know, but like any other person,
Yeah,
like that's so chutzpah.
But also, she was a hot lady. When she said the autism thing, it threw me out of left field. I was like, wait, what? Now, by the way, autistic people can be hot too. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say they can't, but
how fucking dare
she
you.
didn't. I don't know what I'm trying to say. The
No,
point.
of course, when you think about it, you think of like, you think of like the most extreme version of everything.
Yeah.
So it's like there's always those things that pop in your mind, but it's like no, there are like very attractive people with everything.
And so-
Besides, I don't know. I will say this: Down syndrome's a tough one because there's a Victoria's Secret model, but you're like, all right, this.
I love after Florida. I love that.
Do you want to expand on that?
Well, it's like there's a Victoria's Secret model with Down syndrome.
Yeah,
So she
yeah.
has like jugs, but you're also like, all right, this is like not attracted to me because I know. I think
Right.
autism is a different thing. Where autism, it's like you're like, all right, you're not intellectually.
I'm a jug sexual, actually.
Okay, now I'm
disabled.
actually getting the difference.
Yeah, because like you're not intellectually disabled. Like Elon Musk has autism, so like no one's
Oh,
gonna
he's
fuck.
got autism.
Yeah, no one's gonna fuck Elon Musk and be like, "Wow, you literally took advantage of a retarded guy." It's like no, that guy's like, you know what I mean? It's like versus like,
Like, no, he owns Tesla.
yeah. Versus somebody who like fucks a guy with Down syndrome, and you're like, all right, well that's not cool. You know, it's like-
This has been a dicey episode.
Yeah.
You said
It's so funny 'cause-
specifically you did not want to get into this.
I know. We can cut whatever you guys want.
Yeah, how long have we been on for? Like an hour?
40 minutes.
47 minutes.
tops,
Yeah.
47? It feels like 3 hours in my mind.
Because I'm drunk enough that I'm like, yeah, fucking all like
I do have to pee.
pee, and then I'm gonna talk
but-
to him.
but
Go pee right now. No,
He's
no.
going to talk to Matt.
But no,
after.
but
Yeah,
but-
Matt's the man.
But Sam and I over here, Michael, you probably know this because you've been on the show for a couple times. Sam and I, we run a great storytelling show.
why are you plugging 10 minutes
called
before the end of the
Bad-
episode?
No, I want to plug again later too.
When are you supposed to do it?
But we run a great show called Bad Trip. It's a great show. Michael, how many times have you done it? 2 times, 3 times?
2 times, dude. I had a fucking blast.
We gotta get you back on. You were like, I was telling Sam, tell him what I was saying on the way over here.
That he didn't want to talk about
No, it's-
people on the spectrum. Sorry.
No, he's
but-
my favorite.
No, I'm just kidding.
I would say he's my favorite storyteller we've had.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well, you know the most interesting thing about this is I've always never been like a storyteller.
You are a
comic.
great storyteller,
Thank you.
Michael.
For sure.
Well, because I started with storytelling. Like my mom got my dick pics to the iCloud. That's a whole story I'll tell later. But so
Love
I
that.
started with storyteller, but then I moved to New York and it's like very like you have shorter sets, so you have to like do a lot of punchlines.
I do both.
Yeah,
do
so,
both.
no, exactly. So I did a lot of observational humor, and then I realized when I did your show, I had the best learning lesson because I just
You're an amazing storyteller. You're
Yeah,
my favorite.
But I injected my bits into the story.
Yeah,
so like
that's
bits
what
that
I
weren't
do.
related, I would be like, oh, okay, my friend who was a white guy with dreadlocks, which he wasn't. But I was like, that adds now you can
Dude,
do.
when people ask me, "Are your stories true?" I'm like, "The story's true. The jokes aren't."
Yeah, exactly. That's the
That's a good
best way to
distinction.
describe it because
Yeah.
it's like the story's true, but the joke. Yeah, dude, that's fucking
Yeah, that's storytelling, baby.
That's a good
And
story.
also, if you look
Yeah.
up the definition of a story in the Oxford Dictionary, it doesn't say true facts. It says like interesting stuff based off true events. That's what we do.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Yeah, because like the punchline might be something ridiculous,
Yeah.
but it's like as long as the story's true. Because like there are some people that are like, and then I fucking like it. You're like, all right, well,
No
at
one
this point,
cares.
you're
Yeah, no one cares.
I'm starting to think you didn't actually ride on a dragon. I'm
Right.
starting to
Right.
think.
You were just chasing.
Michael,
Yeah.
it took Michael 2.5 hours into the Lord of the Rings to be like, this isn't real.
Wait a second.
Wait a second.
Wait.
Middle
You
Earth.
know what's so funny? I'm so into certain conspiracy theories, like UFOs. I'll go deep in, but the second anybody brings up like fucking like dragons or like fucking Bigfoot, I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. Get that out of here.
What?
Dude,
You love Bigfoot, Sam? You wanna
I'm
suck
so
Bigfoot's foot?
anti Bigfoot, dude.
Bigfoot's
I
got
gotta
the biggest
pee.
foot
Yeah,
to
Come to
suck.
Bad Trip.
We'll talk about
June
Bigfoot.
June 3rd, Saturday, June 3rd, Bad Trip 2-year anniversary. I'll be right back. I have to pee.
Yeah.
In Bushwick, come on down.
Good plug, my man. Good plug.
So wait. You're a Bigfoot guy?
I'm not saying I'm a
I'm
Bigfoot
fine. I'm fine
guy.
with that. I'm not gonna.
I'm just saying, like, why not? Like, if you're gonna say why not UFOs, why not Bigfoot?
This is why I think that like there are so many pictures of UFOs and videos. There are like 3 pictures of Bigfoot.
Yeah, but there are stories. Or weren't we just talking about stories?
Yeah,
Aren't
so-
stories what matter? At the end of the
okay,
day,
to an extent.
like
yeah,
photos can
that's
be
fair.
photoshopped, and like the government's weird and probably have. I hear your point. I hear your point.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like UFOs are more a newer thing. I feel like Bigfoot and more importantly dragons. End of time.
Yeah, well, let's say okay. So like there are some levels. Like there's like the Gigantopithecus, which is like a humanoid. What do you call it? Where it's like a on the evolutionary spectrum thing. Where it's like there's a primate called the Gigantopithecus.
Yeah, monkeys that turned into us.
Yeah. But there was like a bigger version of that. So it's like
exactly right.
So I'm kind of slightly on board with the idea of like some sort of giants, but like them living now, it's just kind of a funny idea that like some of them are still, you know what I mean? It's like that's a weird concept to me that like there's like just 5 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
There's like one, just like
Yeah,
one
yeah.
in the woods. Like, what's going on? It's like, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that's kind of weird to me. It's like versus like them being like, if they were like, dude, there's an island where there's fucking like
Well, that's the thing.
populations of Bigfoots. I'll be like, that makes more sense than one wandering around the woods, just like what's going on. Yeah.
Well, they probably wandered off, on a boat.
because like a Bigfoot would have to fuck another Bigfoot.
I would
And to
love
keep the
fuck some
pop-
Bigfoots.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if Bigfoot's
closer. Hey.
Wait, I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, you're good. I like it.
if Bigfoot's real, he would have died by now, right?
But there's not one. That's what we were saying. Like, there's probably like a species, right? Here's my point. There are pygmies.
What's a pig?
Right? What's a pygmy?
What's a pig?
It's like a small person.
It's a small person. Why can't there be a big person?
Wait, what do you mean? Like, it's like
So there's
There,
dwarves.
like a
so
there
why
are,
dwarf?
can't they be
there are
giants?
indigenous tribes in South America that have been untouched by quote
How
civilization.
tall are they?
are they hot?
Dude, like less than 4.5 feet.
Are they
I
hot?
think.
Wait, really, dude? Can you?
I
pull
mean,
up a
I don't
picture?
know.
Can I?
like,
Is there a way?
I'm not an
Is
indigenous
there a way I could pay like $1,000 to like be immersive with them for like a couple of days?
I mean, yeah, but that sounds fucked up. I mean, that sounds just fucked.
Yeah, like,
Dude, wait, by the way,
You could
I
just-
saw,
Like
I
swimming with the dolphins, you know?
I saw the funniest video.
Yo.
Vibing with the pygmies.
Dude,
Just, like, play with your hair a little
get
bit. You
some
get one on
great-
your back.
Get some great TikTok videos. What language do they speak? Do they have their own language?
There are different tribes. It's
There's
like a thing.
multiple?
Dude, they've
Yeah.
never like.
Which
Wait,
ones do I pick? Is there a better one versus?
I just wanna say
it's
this.
like fucking Atlantis
Dude,
versus
one of the funniest videos I've seen in my whole entire life is there's a guy in doing like a couple POV videos, and it's this like
Nice.
Colorado looking guy, and he's just in this tribe of like either they look like African or something, and it's so funny because the guy's like vibing. He's like, yeah, we're having a good
Like
time.
dreadlocks and everything.
Yeah. And then there's like one video of them like pulling spears back about it.
No.
But it's the shortest reel. It's like him like dancing with them going on. And it's like just him. There's like nobody else. It's like probably like his hippie girlfriend like filming it. They're like, yeah, we went deep into like the tribes of like whatever. It's like there are like cannibalistic tribes. Like, it's a thing that it is.
Yeah.
But it's like so funny that guy's doing that. And then like the last second of the reel is like you see a guy pulling his spear back and like, what is this?
Did he come back from
I have
that?
no idea. Yeah, but that's the thing with reels. It's like I was like, what is this page? Let me click on the page, and the page is like
Just that one video.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this?
RIP in the bio.
Yeah, I can't like reverse image search a video, so I'm like, what is this?
So I got a great joke for you. My grandpa told me this when I was like 7 or 6 years old, and I'll never forget this joke. My grandpa goes, there was a plane that crashed, and it landed on like a deserted island. Only 3 people survived, and they found out that the people who live on this island are a cannibal tribe, and the cannibal tribe leader tells them, "We'll let you live as long as you go out in the woods and find 10 of the same fruit and bring it back to us." So the 3 people go off. The first person comes back with 10 apples, and they go, "We won't eat you as long as you put all 10 apples in your asshole without making any noise. If you can do this, we won't eat you." The guy puts 2.5 apples in his ass and starts crying. So they fucking eat him on the spot. The second guy comes back with 10 cherries. They tell him, "Put all 10 cherries in your ass without making a noise and we won't eat you." He
Why does
puts
he have a different challenge?
he
than the other
puts-
guy?
No, it's the same thing. What are you talking about?
Bigger asshole or a smaller asshole.
The first guy had apples.
Yeah, no. All right. It's a simple joke.
I'm
and
sorry.
How are you lost already?
I'm sorry.
All right, let's backtrack. The cannibals tell them to grab 10 of the same fruit and come back.
Oh, I missed that part.
The
Okay.
first guy comes back with 10 apples. He puts 2.5 in
Doesn't
his
work out.
in his ass. He starts crying. They eat him alive. The
It's
second
bobbing for apples.
the second guy comes back with 10 cherries. They go, "Okay, great. You got 10 of the same fruit. Put 10 cherries in your asshole without making any noise. If you do it, we won't eat you." He puts 9 in his ass and he starts laughing. So they eat him. Up in heaven, guy 1 goes to guy 2, "You had 1 cherry to go. Why did you start laughing?" And he goes, "Because I saw guy number 3 come back with pineapples."
That's funny. I like
That's
that.
terrible.
Michael, how do you not understand the simplest joke? My grandpa told me this was like 4 years old, and I fucking understood this.
I'm drunk. Dude, I also I love street jokes. It's like
I love that
it's
shit
so
too.
funny.
You have any?
Come
Come on, I knew you got one up your sleeve, up your ass.
Yeah, I told one last week about this.
On the
Okay, so
pod.
there's a Jamaican guy peeing at a urinal next to a white guy. The white guy, I literally just told this one last week, but the white guy has a tattoo on his dick that says Wendy. And he looks over at the black guy's dick and he has W. It says Wendy on the black guy's dick. And he goes, "Oh my God, we have the same tattoo. It says Wendy." Yours says Wendy. He goes, No. This is just when it's soft. When it's hard, it says "Welcome to Jamaica. Have a nice day."
That reminds me of I have a joke that's kind of similar, not similar. 3 people on top of a cliff, okay? An Italian guy, a Mexican guy, an American guy, okay? And they all decide,
I'll have a Coke.
let's throw something off this
Is this
cliff
one?
that we don't need anymore, okay?
Oh, I've heard this one.
So the Italian guy, he's like, "We have too much pasta." So he throws like a box of pasta out. You know, the Mexican guy, he has a jar of sausage. Like, "We have too much salsa. We're gonna throw the salsa out." He goes to the American guy. He picks up the Mexican guy and goes, "We have too many Mexicans."
my
God.
He throws the Mexican.
The thing with this is an insertable joke because I've heard this. You could use that about any race.
Oh, lay it on me, sister.
Well, no, I'm just saying you do the same thing when you say Chinese. It's like there's the same version of that. Yeah.
Basically, too many immigrants in America, and it's a problem.
But sometimes the
No, I'm
joke
kidding.
structure. You know what I think a good racist joke sometimes is that you could insert any race into it. Chris Kimbeck, I'll quote him on this. I don't know if he wants me to quote it. One of my favorite jokes he has. He goes, "I live in Astoria, Queens. The funny part about Astoria is, the most interesting fact is there's more Greek people there than there needs to be." Which is like, it's like not actually racist because you could insert any. It's like just the joke format fits and you could throw anybody in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Michael Good. I like his face, but he has too many freckles on it, and it's ugly and he's gross.
Right. Yeah. You can
Good
turn
good
any
race
meat into-
joke.
Are those moles or freckles? Whatever it is, you have too many.
I got some taken off, dude.
Good.
I was so ashamed of it too. I was
You
like,
got some taken off?
yeah, I used to have 94. No, I'm
Moles?
just kidding. No, I'm
Wait,
kidding.
yeah, I was gonna say, that was so specific.
No, it was like three. It was like three, and I remember my mom was like,
Did I
"Yeah."
hit a sensitive topic? I'm sorry.
"No, I don't give a fuck."
Talk
dude.
about my receding hairline a little bit.
No. I had one here, I had one here, and I had one here, and
All on
I
your
never-
left side?
yeah, I never liked them. I have one over here.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
a couple.
Auburn takes this one off, but I was
It's
like-
ugly as fuck. You should take it off.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I think your whole face is
It's
kind of.
distinguishing.
If I
Should I
was
take my
you,
face off?
if I was you, I'd go blackface because that would be an improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it makes you look less white. It's nice.
I mean, technically.
Technically,
I
yeah.
mean, it makes you look more like De Niro because doesn't De Niro have a couple moles on there?
Yeah.
Well, I used to have none.
Yeah.
These are mostly from the sun. It's like this is from being out in the sun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, it's like in Florida, or like the New York sun? Like he
No, in
moved,
Florida.
He moved to
I
New
don't get
York.
any
He
sun
moved
here,
to New York
dude.
and he was like, "Whoa, the sun! I finally found it."
Hey, we're in the subtropics now, man.
Yeah.
Because of the global warming.
Because of the global warming.
Yeah, it
Do
didn't
you
snow
believe in
once,
global
dude.
warming in Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Nice.
Yeah.
Respect.
My politics are all over the place, though. To be fair,
I know.
I'd love to hear it.
dude. I'm like, I feel like I'm very pro gay stuff normally. Just hanging out with
don't
your
wanna
boys,
see it.
jerking each other off. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. No, it's like most stuff. It's like the transgender bathrooms. I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like very like open about that. But then I'm also like
Go DeSantis.
gun wise, I'm like, I don't know, like let it rip, get some fucking guns. I don't know.
Dude, no.
Yeehaw.
My whole thing anti-guns is just like looking at every other country, and if every other country on this fucking planet is like, "Oh, guns are bad," it's weird that we're the only country that's like, "Let's zag on this."
Because we're good.
You know what I mean? And also we're the only country with gun problems. So I'm like, we're the only country with gun problems. We're the only country where guns are allowed everywhere. Maybe there's a correlation between
Yeah,
the
but
two.
I also think this, and this is so dumb that I'm getting this. I'm drunk, so
No,
we're,
give it to
we're gonna
me.
let it rip.
Stick it in my
time, too.
asshole. I want
I
it.
do think that there's a buffer between like the people and the government because of the gun. So it's like
That's
like
the whole thing.
yeah, so it's like more people have been killed by their own like government than by like a lot of other things. So I understand that argument. So it's like
I'm
Our
not talking
own
about that.
like cops or like what do you mean?
no, like tyrannical leadership as far as
Not in
popular
our country.
no, but like Nazi Germany.
Not in our country.
Yeah, but like Nazi Germany, like you
But
look
like,
at,
Australia and Canada, you can't get
Wait,
guns in
I'm
there.
sorry. Nazi Germany, they were killed by their own guns.
by their
more
own
than-
what I'm saying is there's more. It's
Gotcha,
more
okay,
likely that
tyrannical
your
government.
government kills you.
R.I.P. and Frank.
Right, exactly.
R.I.P..
Dude, 100%.
Yeah, never
100%.
forget. I know a
Did
lot.
you do the cross sign?
She's Jewish. I'm like, R.I.P., bro.
I know.
What a good
I
Christian
know.
soul.
I know a lot of people died during the Holocaust, and I feel bad for those people.
I love his
But-
eyebrows raised during that. He's like,
Yeah,
where's
but-
this going?
Yeah, feel
But-
bad.
But did they write a diary? No. Anne Frank was the only one.
True.
So Anne Frank's the
Sure.
one.
Wait, that's not. I guarantee you so many of them wrote diaries. She's the
Then,
best one.
then where's the book? Then where's the book,
He's got
bro?
a point.
Are you
Yeah.
denying the Holocaust right now?
No, I'm denying Holocaust literature. Anne Frank's the only one. Anne
That's a
Frank-
very funny argument. The book's fake. The book's fake. The Holocaust happened. The book's fake. Though. The book she wrote.
Yeah.
But,
I don't believe a 13-year-old girl is that good of a writer.
I think the point. I think the point I was saying is like, it's
I
like,
love Anne Frank.
yes, if the U.S. government went against the people, we would be fucking annihilated. But I think it does provide a little bit of a buffer. It makes things easier. So it's like it makes things harder. So it's like if you are a
Does it? Like there's
Dude,
like that whole
100%.
Colorado. No, they would fucking send drones and we're done, dude.
no, I don't think so because it's like if you think about it this way, it's like so. First off, there's a lot of wars like Vietnam, for example.
Love
had way-
Vietnam.
Yo, love it.
We had way better artillery than them, and they fucked us up for like guerrilla warfare and shit. So like that is the thing
Alright.
that happens.
That's a fair point, but also our own government knows our own lands.
Right, but the military of the United States, they swear their allegiance to the people of the United States, not the government. So it's like you'd have everybody's like, oh, the government that would just fuck us up. It's like, well, that would all split off, and then it's like you have like a whole like I think yes, they could like nuke us, but it's like that's still
What's your stance on January 6th, bro?
it's still dude, nothing that bad. I'm kidding. No.
Where were you?
Yeah, but,
Where were you on January 6th?
I think it is one of those things where it's like
Are you a Q?
no, I'm not. That is funny to me though. The people that are like Trump's fucking saving us from the pedophiles.
Dude, it is crazy.
It's also crazy he's friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Everybody's like, yeah, but he's It's like what?
But he did good on our taxes.
Yeah. But I do want to drunkenly
Not
talk about
a
gun control for
not a
2
big
seconds.
Jeffrey Epstein guy.
By the way, I'm very like
I don't want to be
I'm
controversial
very
here.
persuaded either way.
I
though,
don't want to be
'cause it's like,
controversial, but I don't like Jeffrey Epstein. Don't want to be
all right,
controversial.
we'll cut this out of the
So, I can't
podcast.
believe
We're gonna
that.
cut that out. We're gonna cut that out. This is bro. But I think the point
I don't like him.
The point I'm trying to say is I do think that it does provide
Jeffrey
some
Epstein guy.
like hesitation for the government to take certain rights away because they're like, look, we could wipe people out immediately, but that would be more stressful than if they didn't have guns. So I think when a population doesn't have guns, it's easier to control them. And I think if they do have guns, they go, this is going to be a bloodbath. Either way, if we win, it's still more of a hassle. So I do think that
It's more of a hassle. To
What if we replace all the guns with
Nerf
nunchucks?
guns. Oh, okay.
Nunchucks.
but
Everyone gets nunchucks.
But my politics, I'm like,
you
dude,
good at nunchucks?
dude,
No,
if you-
I'm with you.
it's-
That point is the only point I can get.
yeah, but
I
I'm
still
also
don't-
open-minded, dude.
East
It's like-
Coaster, you know.
I don't get it.
I'm not one of those people that like this is the right way. I'm like, I genuinely don't know.
I just
Like,
don't
this would
guns.
know.
This is what I think.
I
but
just
I'm like-
know we're
I'm like,
the
if-
only country that has school shootings. We're the only country.
That's my persuasion. Where
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
if
yeah.
that's happening and nobody else is
like
dealing
literally,
with that,
like name me a country like Paraguay, not happening. Fucking Australia, not happening.
whoa.
Kenya, school shootings are not happening. in Kenya.
Wait. People. Okay. Also, a lot of those countries have like machete incidents
Yeah,
where it's like,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
I guarantee you, there's child soldiers in some countries. You're like Uganda. It's like
Yeah,
there's no
yeah,
school
yeah.
shootings. Like, well, because they're not in school. They're
yeah.
they're on the battlefield. So
Yeah.
All right, but like I don't know, fucking Prague. No,
Prague?
no school shootings in Prague.
one thing I think is also a hard part is the United States is such a giant country.
It's like
We're,
five
like-
countries.
we're 5 countries. in
Yeah, so
one.
everybody's like, look at the amount of this. It's like, well, if you compare the amount of school shootings in like the United States versus a very
No,
small
but I
country,
think
it's like-
Australia is
no,
the
but
same
even
size.
Then, even that, no, Australia's definitely not the same size population.
Australia is huge though.
It's like it's like 80% desert.
Is
People
it?
are just like
Yeah,
people
yeah,
are just
yeah.
trying to get some water out there.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like
What's
Also,
the-
it was like
Now
legal
I
to
gotta
hunt
Google, what is-
Aborigines.
I-
and also, the guy who made the legislation in Australia was like, this would never work in America because it's
Yeah.
so ingrained in their society.
also, how would we get all the guns?
yeah,
that's
it's not, yeah,
the
yeah.
realistic approach is one thing. I hear your approach about the tyrannical government and all that shit, but like my feeling is still the same where it's just like, dude, they already like control us. They can fucking
Wow.
send out shit
So
when they want.
But I think there is a
Australia-
hesitation level. where
Australia
they're like,
is
this
25 mil, and what are we?
What are we compared to Australia?
I feel like we're a lot more.
like 70,000 million.
All right, so this is
You're
crazy.
Really breaking out the.
This is crazy. Australia is 25 million people, and we're 331.9 million people. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah.
That's too many people.
It's a lot of.
That
people.
is-
Yeah, so it's
to-
like you have the same rules for all
What-
these people, and the statistics kind of go on where it's like one school shooting is too many. I agree completely.
Yeah, it happens more times.
For sure,
than-
and it's insane. But it's like I also get bugged by like the lack of like nobody wants to compromise on any side. So like the people, I was like, everybody's like, okay, what if we like make it harder for crazy people to get guns? And then people on the right are like, no, we won't. And it's like
My thing is like when the argument's like, let's give those teachers guns.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
it's like,
crazy.
They can't even
My
afford
sister-
a living
Yeah,
wage.
My sister's a
like-
teacher. I do not want that lady having guns.
no, for sure. But
She's a
But
weird.
like that's the solution being provided.
yeah, but
right?
I think there's
she's cool.
My
like,
problem
I'll
is this.
smoke weed with my sister, but
There's
I won't hang out with her. if she has a gun.
1,000. I love how this went from talking about Down syndrome
No, I love
to a
it.
serious gun
I
debate.
love it.
But
Let's give everyone with Down syndrome guns. That'll be the
yeah,
solution.
but I
I
think
trust them.
I think
They,
it's
honestly.
they bought me beer at a bar. I
true.
mad respect.
yeah. I think it's the thing too. It's like nobody wants to compromise a little bit. So it's like you have like people that are like, no, we shouldn't have background checks, which I think is crazy. You should obviously have. I believe you should have. But look, I say that's crazy,
Background
but
checks on everything.
but I like to keep an open mind. So I like hearing everybody's viewpoint. So I'm not gonna say it's totally crazy, but I disagree strongly with not having background checks. But then there's the other side of it too.
I was getting excited.
I genuinely
me.
think that there are Democratic politicians that go, look, if I sign a bill for certain things, that they'll go, okay, so they'll be like, all right, what about
They're
what
pandering.
about a bill that adds like a metal detector in high school? I think if they push for that more, they look like they're caving on the gun argument. So I think people won't push one way because they go, I look weak in this argument. So it's like at the end of the day, I think every fucking high school should have a metal detector. Like the money's there, you have a fucking turf field. But I think a lot of people go, okay, well if I say this, then I look like it's like there's a lot of there's multiple problems to one solution, but nobody will go because
It's like you getting cornrows, bro.
yeah.
It's
Honestly,
like
though,
yeah, exactly.
honestly.
It's
You
gonna be
just
sick.
you just want to commit to the bit. And these Republicans.
Exactly.
That's
This
actually-
got so unfunny.
No, I mean,
I'm trying to bring the funny back, and I'm failing.
But I'm also one of those people. It's like, dude, it's like this is what I think, but it's not what I believe. It's like there's like 4 things I really believe.
You know what I believe? I believe in American Pie, big titties, and the red, white, and blue flag.
I believe teachers.
Okay,
should...
don't cave on you fucking pussy taking away our guns.
Oh, I like titties though. That's something.
Doesn't make up for it.
And also, I'm a slave to one thing: that ass.
You're a slave to that ass.
That
He was
ass.
trying to end it on that. I think that's what he's trying to do.
And that's the podcast.
I'd rather have the concern being like good old fashioned days when we heard more like sex scandals with teachers and students rather than like trying to arm those teachers with guns. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
we had a point.
What teacher hurt you so badly? You're like, oh, they can't have guns. I'm just kidding. Teachers should not have guns. But like, you're like speaking from like a personal experience. Like, who hurt you?
No,
You know what's
no,
sick?
no.
I had a gay music teacher, and the idea of him having a Ruger sounds sick. Like this little like German guns where he's just like,
I don't know enough about
everybody get on the ground.
Yeah.
He didn't
I
have a
don't
southern
know
accent, but I like him having that gay southern accent. All right, folks, looks like we got a criminal in the building.
I-
What
I-
about a
fine.
southern gay
Fine,
accent?
Yeah.
fine. Fine. I got it.
What's the solution?
Everyone is allowed to have guns. The government will give you your own gun for free, but it has to be a musket, like the old Civil War gun.
What about this? You have to have a gun, but you got to choose a gender on it. It's either blue or pink. I like that.
I love that.
That doesn't compromise either way. That's just more conservative. Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen the kid guns? They like make
Kid gun? Oh,
Yeah,
where they're like,
like
they're
there's
like Hello Kitty decorated. on
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it's fucked up. It's so fucked. And they have
Oh
commercial.
shit. We got to end the episode because the camera ran out.
Oh, well.
What do you want? We got to end right now.
All right. Sam and I, what do we promote? We have Bad
Bad
Trip.
Trip anniversary show June 3rd.
2-year anniversary. Michael Good has been on every year that we've been a show.
Storytelling show.
It's a storytelling comedy show.
Comedy.
It's
Buy
at
your guns now. They're taking a.
We're selling them there.
June 3rd at Rise Radio, and we have a hot sauce, weed, and beer sponsor. And every honest man will get a gift bag full of hot sauce, beer, and weed.
Goodie bags. For
Come on
everyone.
down to Rise Radio June 3rd for Bad Trip 2-year anniversary show. Michael won't be there, but he will be on a show very soon for Bad
I
Trip.
appreciate that.
We love you.
I want to plug all local gun shops. Thanks for being real Americans. And, thank you for listening. If it's your first time listening, every Sunday episodes come out on Spotify and Apple. I try to get them out every Monday on YouTube. Most of the time they'll come out Sunday also on YouTube. They'll come out all on Sunday, but YouTube takes longer to upload, so sometimes it's Monday. Also, every episode's on Spotify and Apple. Only some episodes are on YouTube. So if you want to listen to the backlog, go to Spotify or Apple. Thank you.
Yeehaw.
I love you, Michael.